Pirates of the Caribbean, the next one coming out.
You did it?
The next Pirates of the Caribbean movie. And how no one
Yeah, I went and bought the entire series on Blu-ray because Best Buy had them on sale. Like $7, $8, something like that.
That'd be
good.
Yeah, this is interesting.
What?
Alright, so let's see. Still working through some new stuff, so
Did they update?
yeah, there's been a bunch of updates and stuff. So we're just working through a couple of things. So I'm just gonna say, technically, we're a little behind, but welcome to the Hubcast. I'm everybody's favorite host. Sorry, Ethan. I don't know where you are. Yusuf Habib Amin, a.k.a. Dennis Evans, a.k.a. the man with the plan. I'm here with...
Hey, I'm Ashley Wood. I'm the woman with a... I don't know.
Woman with a...
Woman with a weapon?
Sure.
It rhymes.
Yeah. Close enough.
And I'm Preston, a.k.a. Leary, a.k.a. That's it.
It's a 3 and a 4, right?
Yep, L34RY.
It spells elite.
Yes.
Remember that trend?
Yeah,
Word.
1337. 31337.
And we got one more person, but she's taking a smoke and a poop. Don't tell her I said that.
She'll
Let
see
her
it
find
later.
She'll
out.
see later.
Let her find
We'll
out.
see you later.
So we're
That's
here
awesome.
at the wonderful Growler House where these two are enjoying. What are you guys drinking?
I've got the Gosler Gosa.
I got Ashley
beer?
Farmhouse.
Did you say Ashley Farmhouse?
Yes.
You got it because it had your
Because of the namesake.
Of course, I'm always going to do that. I'm egotistic.
That's fine. You're among good company. I don't like to toot my own horn. I'm just kidding. I toot my own horn all the time. Check out my button.
You
Go
love
yours?
You
buttons.
see this?
Yeah, I saw it.
Beach, please.
Yeah.
People ask me, they're like, what is it? Beach, please? Or is it beach, please? And I'm like, it's beach, please, because that's my motto. Beach, please. That's how I do things.
Yeah.
Yeah, tripping like hardcore. So I'm gonna try to share off some of this joint so we can see if we can get some other people to interact with us. We're on a little earlier than usual.
Yes,
Just
we are.
because I don't like being here late and breaking down
No.
while we're closing up. We'll get on to some
I don't like
topics here.
bothering them.
Recently, we merged the Hubcast with Upstate Exposures, which is an online publication run by Heather Kitchens. And there's a lot of good stuff in there. If you go to Facebook and go to Upstate Plus, go like that page because that's where we post a lot of the goings on in Spartanburg, like local stuff, some stuff in the surrounding area, and some things in Greenville, like big shows. There's like, for instance, there's some kind of a show at the Ninjaplex. I think it's a rap concert with some people I know. So look out for that. No, it's a comedy show. There's a comedy show at the Ninjaplex.
What's the Ninjaplex?
The Ninjaplex is somewhere in Greenville. It's like a bouncy house. I don't
That
know.
sounds fun.
Nice.
It's run by some girl with some like circus performance background.
Huh.
They're pretty cool, I guess. I haven't met them personally, but I know they do stuff.
Oh, God, the circus is dying.
The circus is dead.
I feel sorry for it.
They were abusing animals. They got what was coming to them.
We always going to have Circus du Soleil. Hello.
Yeah, I don't think Circus Soleil had animals.
No, this is all just acrobatics.
Yeah. So it's okay to abuse people. but
Yes,
not
apparently so.
Yeah,
When they're
if people
willing
give their
to be-
permission.
Yeah, they got their permission to abuse them.
They signed the waiver.
It's like, hey, if you die, it's not our fault.
See, there's your signature. Oh, wait. You're dead.
So your middle name is Morgan,
Yeah,
like the famous witch.
sure.
Is
There's
that-
a lot of Ashley Wits out there, apparently.
okay. No.
Especially in Virginia.
What was the name of the
Morgan Le Fay?
female? No. I'm thinking about the female gargoyle off Gargoyles. Wasn't her name like Morgana or something? Morrigan. Morgana.
Oh, wouldn't keep it warm for you.
Oh, okay. Morgana?
Morgana.
You can struggle with
I
it.
don't know. I do like my
I
little
love
name.
it. Did you ever watch Gargoyles?
The Disney one? I
Yeah, yeah.
loved it.
That show was like real.
Are you talking about the redheaded one?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I can't remember her name.
Were there other female gargoyles?
Just one. There's a couple others. The other one I remember was Angelica.
Okay.
Oh, the other one was Devona.
Divine.
So or Demona.
Demona.
So demon and the angel.
She was the one that she was the quote unquote bad one.
Quote unquote bad.
Because she
yes.
was, I mean, nobody was like good or
And then
that was what was fun about the
and then
show,
Goliath
that
fell
it
in love with Lisa. Or Lisa?
What's the name of the cop? Is that the cop?
Yeah, and she was a mix between
She
Native
was a minority
American.
woman.
Yeah, she was Native American, African American, and Chinese.
Yeah. You remember Gargoyles? The
Yes.
animated series? That show was.
I
That show
loved
was
that
deep
as a
and heavy.
kid.
Yeah.
And
It was
a
heavy for a
very good
children's show.
Yeah.
It was
I like the fact that the lead female is minority. It was basically a minority character.
Well, I mean, the actress who plays her, they actually made the character the same ethnicity as the actress.
Okay. That's cool.
So if you look up the actress, you can.
I mean, Steven Universe is the next best thing. And Steven Universe is way lighter by comparison.
And everyone's little fandom. Yeah, I mean,
So people have called out to us to be a little more topical and a little more organized.
we
Which is
try.
fine. Which
Never
is fine with
happens.
me. I mean, it'll happen. I mean, I actually wrote stuff down today to talk about. I can't remember the first thing, but I remember one of them
You
was
didn't write it. You just listed it
the
in your head.
weenus.
I think one of the topics was
Who knows what
Can
a
I do that?
weenus is?
There you go.
There you go. You're touching her weenus. This is a family show. It really isn't. It's not
Did
a
you say
family
her
show.
weenus?
it's my weakness. It's my
It's a
weakness.
cute weenus.
You touched my weenus. I feel violated. So I didn't know what the weenus was until like a few months ago.
Really?
Well, what
Or
was
the
his
word
name?
for it.
What was the guy who worked at the coffee shop? Chandler.
Oh, yeah. Where is he
Chandler.
now?
He's working in a coffee shop in Atlanta. Not too long ago, I think he made a post on Facebook that said he missed Spartanburg. But anyway, I think on his last day, I walked into the coffee shop and I asked him something, and he's like, "Hey, your weenus is showing." I don't remember what he said, but I'm like, "Bro, what is a weenus?" He's like, "You don't know what a weenus is?" I said, "Obviously not, since I'm asking." He says, "It's that flap of skin over your elbow." I was like, "Get out of here."
Get
I was
outta
like, "No,
here."
look it up." I looked it up, and it
Sure
was there,
enough.
and it said, "The skin on your elbow." I was like, that sounds so much worse than what it is. And
Why
I didn't
would-
even know that thing had a name.
What would someone ever made it sound like that?
It's a medical term.
It's a medical
Obviously.
term. Your weenus.
Okay. Is
totally okay
it
to
like
play
the
with-
same quality
It's
of
totally okay to
skin
play
that's
with
on
your
your
weenus in
genitals?
public.
Yeah. I touch my weenus constantly.
So when you bend your elbow this way and the skin's no longer flappy, is it still a weenus
I
or
don't
is that an
know.
elbow?
No.
I
It's
feel
still
like
skin
it's
there.
just,
That's
I
your
feel
weenus.
like
This
it's
is
their
your weenus
weenus.
and this is your elbow.
Or
I
at
mean,
least your weenus is taut.
or this.
It's a taut weenus.
Or you,
Taut weenus.
or you have my skin.
So, and it came up when I was talking. I have a group chat for the production team, and Andrew's a part of it because I work with him a lot. And that was his suggestion for topic is the weenus.
The weenus.
So this is for you, Andrew Cook. You're probably not.
Andrew's suggestion.
Yeah, he suggested we talk about the weenus.
Thank you,
It went
Andrew.
into.
Watch
Ashley's
us late.
like, I love the way the sound of weenus. What did you say? It's
This
fun
sounds
to
so
say.
fun.
I feel like this conversation went, "Hey Andrew, what's some topics I should discuss?" And you're like, "You should discuss the weenus."
Yes.
Something the weenus. I'm like, really? The thing is, he was like, they just went crazy after she said it's fun to say, and like, I get two pictures,
Oh,
one
no.
from Andrew and one from Philip, with their weenuses. I'm like, we might as well just start sending weenus pictures to random girls.
And I'm like, yeah, women
Like
are gonna be
unsolicited
loving
weenus
that.
Check out my weenus.
That
Yeah,
sounds like a great idea. I'm going to send a picture of my weenus to my brother.
I wish somebody.
Do it.
I wish
Do it.
that would happen instead of dick pics. We could
Oh
like
my
have
God,
a day
just
of
have
weenus
weenus pictures.
Like match
It's
that
just
guy.
Oh my
girls
gosh, can we
profile
just
picture.
Like girls
my
will be like,
weenus.
what the?
can we just have National Weenus
just
Pic
a
Day
bunch
because
of-
that'd be great.
Why are guys sending me pictures of their elbows? It was dick pics. Now it's just elbow
Now it's
pictures.
just a whole
and then
bunch of elbows
she's
all
gonna
over
be,
my
somebody's
phone.
gonna tell her, it's like, oh, you know, it's called the weenus. It's like, what? Get out of here!
No ducks.
Oh my god! I can't believe.
Everyone wants
Actually, my
dicks.
sister's graduating from medical school. I'm going to send it to her.
You're gonna send her a weenus
The
pic.
weenus
Yeah.
pic. Did you already do it?
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
it looks...
I wish
How
there was
clenches
a
your
proper
feet.
name for like junk mail.
You might need,
weenus
you might need to
pics.
moisturize. Your weenus looks a little dry.
Well, that's just going to sit on concrete.
You've been touching my weenus again. I'm not comfortable.
What happens when you're touching it constantly?
I got lotion.
Good.
Mine are
I need
okay.
more lotion.
Mine are okay.
Mine's hairy.
Every Thursday around 8 o'clock is probably when we're going to be starting. So, we're supposed to have some guests lined up here in the near future too. But let's start making a schedule.
Make more people come in. Schedule.
Schedule.
Make it actually
Schedule.
structured.
Ethan joined. Hi, Ethan. Welcome to the podcast. You're supposed to be actually at the show.
You have to be the female Ethan.
Hey, guy.
Female
we're like
Ethan.
11 minutes in. Yeah, you're the fem Ethan.
Just give me the spinning fidget thing, and I'd be him.
The spinning fidget thing. Yeah. How about that fidget toy?
I don't.
Nobody saw that taken off like
fidget
that, did
spinner.
they? Yeah.
It's just another.
Yeah, they've been like
Like
banned
the
in
fidget
schools
cube
now.
is stupid, but the fidget spinner, that's genius.
They've been banned in schools
Really?
now as like a distraction.
Slap bracelets, remember that?
Yep.
Remember the slap
Oh,
bracelet?
I always trying to see how much I can hurt someone with it.
Always so
Yeah.
much stuff that we couldn't do in school. But
All
that's
the
how
new
you,
trends.
But I think that's how you know something's trending when it gets banned in the public school system.
Yeah.
That's how I know anyway. Yo. Oh yeah, come to Shakers tonight if you're in Spartanburg. It's a fun place to hang. Hang your weenus out.
We need to find other medical terms for body parts that sound so.
Weird and not correct.
The word weenus is crazy. Like, was that named after the person who discovered it? Like,
Oh
who
God.
knows
Oh, I hope
everything?
so. Oh, I hope so.
I love.
QP weenus.
I swear, I love scientists because they
Hope
can
there's
name
some man
things
out there
the
named
most
Dr.
outrageous,
Weenus.
the funniest
He's
things.
like, I realized that there was a flap of skin on the elbow that was really thick.
Yeah, that's a name. Just a different
And
leg.
somebody was like, "Shut up, weenus!" Like, what's the nerd hierarchy in science? You know what I'm
Did
saying?
you know how, like,
they're the cool scientists.
Do you know how like
Drink
Splenda
beer
was
and get
created?
laid, and then there's like the nerd scientists who the cool scientists make fun of.
You know
Yeah.
how
I feel like that's the thing.
you know
Yeah.
how Splenda was created?
How?
And so this one scientist hears his other scientist say, "Hey, can you taste this thing? I need to figure this out." But it's not what he was saying. He said, "Test it, like for something." So the scientist just goes over and actually tastes this
No.
chemical. He didn't even know.
Oh no.
And he's like,
What are you doing? This tastes great. What are you doing?
This
You're not
tastes-
supposed to taste it. It said test it.
"It's sweet."
Test it, don't taste it.
Am
Oh,
I gonna
God.
die? Am I gonna die? No.
Oh,
Sweetener.
some Welsh
Maybe.
guy, some Welsh farmer actually created the world's hottest pepper accidentally.
Talking about that dragon's breath.
Yeah,
pepper?
the dragon's breath. It can kill you.
Yeah.
And it's about this
I read
big.
about that. Yeah, it's tiny.
What? I'm not
I
eating
didn't read
that.
the article. I
I'm
clicked
not
on it
eating
to
that.
read it, but I'm pretty sure like peppers like that are created to be weaponized. Like the
He apparently
terror-
created it.
Weaponized.
He
Yeah,
created it
they're
to
not
look
made to
pretty.
be eaten.
Yeah.
They're made to be turned into bear spray.
Yeah.
There's
It's gonna be in medical use, so for some reason.
yeah.
I was watching some show,
Rip off a little bit.
Uh,
Put it in your eyes.
National Geographic, the other day. There was a guy, and I don't remember what it was called, but it was a guy, and apparently he just like, he's a jogger or runner or something, and he was down in Mexico,
Yeah.
And there were these guys. Apparently, it's like this old tribe of like runners. And they would run the trail back and forth, I guess, to transport goods or whatnot. So they gave him tips on how to survive in that wilderness, and then he did it. Like he ran.
Hey Andrew, welcome to the show.
And then he was like, "Oh, these are something berries from this tree. Like these guys said it was a good trailside snack." So he grabs one. He said they did say they were a little hot. Puts it in his mouth. Then it pops up the little fun fact that said they're like 50 to 100,000 Scoville units.
Didn't tell him that it was like the hottest pepper in Mexico.
Yeah.
He's like, here, eat this.
Like they're good.
It's a little spicy, but it'll be good. And he like, oh man, I thought he was gonna throw up.
I ate a habanero once.
You ate a habanero once?
Yeah.
Oh, there is speaking of peppers, there is a green chili pepper wine in New Mexico.
Andrew asked how I knew he was there, and we knew because thanks to the new API, it now tells me who's in the chat room for the broadcast. You're welcome. So let me tell you about the time Andrew and I ate a habanero. I just remember he like grilled it up. He's like, eat this with some cream cheese on it. So I eat it, and he ate it too. And about 15 minutes later, somebody was like, shouldn't have done that. I know I was like, shouldn't have done that. It was hot. Have you ever like had your mouth burned so bad that you start convulsing?
Oh.
No sweating, just shaking uncontrollably.
Well, the thing is, I can't.
Wait, did that happen
That's
when you
what
ate
happened.
those wings?
I can't eat anything too hot
What's up,
because
Dimitri?
I start to hiccup. Hot things make me hiccup involuntarily.
Oh my God.
So I can't eat anything too hot, which is annoying because I love hot food.
Yeah, that sucks.
So he had, so up here at Main Street, you know, they've got those wings and they've got the stupid hot.
Oh, they got a wing challenge?
They have this.
This is not a wing challenge. It's just
you can order
they're
them.
just called Stupid Hot.
They're
Main
made.
Street?
They're made
Yeah.
with both Carolina Reaper and ghost peppers.
Main
So-
Street Pub down the
Yeah,
street.
Yeah.
down there.
Dang.
The
So there's
stupid
like
hot
6
wings.
It says Stupid Hot, but I'm a visual person. So like regular hot had 1 pepper on it. Stupid Hot had 2 peppers on it. There should have been more than 2 peppers because it's more than twice as hot as the hot wings.
It was
They
like
tasted
all the guys
fine.
there tried it, and all of them were just sweating
I'm
profusely.
the only one that
Nobody
ate
threw
one.
up, did they?
I don't know.
No.
Kyle went to the bathroom. He might have thrown up. I don't know.
That's terrible.
I don't know.
Because there wasn't blood coming out of his mouth.
There
But
was blood.
I was literally taking like those, like the brown, like absorbent
where there was blood,
napkins,
though.
like
Yeah.
dabbing them on his face.
Oh,
It's like,
Thought
it's
it was a
okay,
flurry
you'll
of
be
emoticons.
okay.
No, Andrew, it
That's
wasn't
what
your
shit.
flurry of emoticons. I mean, it was, but that's not the main thing. Stop it, all your emoticons are crashing the system.
Oh, your emoticons.
He said he put cream cheese in there, it wasn't that hot. Except that it was.
Except that it was.
Anyway,
pull off your taste buds.
my taste buds are dying. Okay, so you guys didn't hear about that guy in New York, like, running over a bunch of people in Times Square?
No, but I do know that happened like a few months back in Britain.
Oh, that's nothing new?
Oh.
No, that's the
Copycat
thing.
crimes.
It's
Yeah.
the new thing lately. Just for
Just
no
They
to run
forgot
over
they
people.
stopped playing Grand Theft Auto.
Okay.
Yeah.
They didn't, because apparently the guy crashed his car. He hit a bunch of people. Somebody, an eyewitness said he was on the sidewalk. He hit a bunch of people, killed at least 1, injured 18 or more, crashed into a post, and it says he got out of the car and tried to run and punched a cop in the face
Oh my god.
before being
like Grand
apprehended.
Theft Auto.
Exactly.
He forgot he wasn't at home playing Grand Theft Auto.
Talk about imitatable acts. I mean, come on.
Jesus.
Dear Lord.
Oh.
So you know,
I mean, that's pretty similar to what happened in Britain. It was like right down in the main road, like near Buckingham Palace, kind
That
of
sucks.
thing. Like
and then you got the one
across
in
the
Nice
bridge, and then
and,
I bet that's
Berlin.
scary. It's like, hey,
Just
there's
ran
a guy in
over
the
a bunch of
car.
people.
Oh no, he's not stopping.
Oh,
He's
no.
hit 15 people. Here he comes.
no.
I think I probably better move,
Makes me not.
but I don't know. Maybe he'll stop. Nope, he didn't stop.
Nope, he didn't stop. Now
Good
both my
thing
legs
I
are broken.
moved.
Maybe he didn't see all of those other people, but he sees me, right?
I saw several people being hit by cars.
Oh no, he's actually coming straight towards me.
I
He's
have this
aiming for me.
I have this image of
Yes.
like 6 people on the windshield and him just like turning on the windshield wipers, but them not really moving.
Was there any reason for it other than
Ain't no telling. I think he was Mexican, so
And
he's
running-
probably protesting that wall.
Of people, the wall of people that accumulated in front of him.
He's like, these people,
This is not World War
they
Z.
all look like
The wall of
Donald
people?
Trump in a wall.
oh, this is
The
not
wall
World
of
War
people
Z?
that you just made.
This is ridiculous.
Oh,
That's crazy.
God,
That's
dear
crazy.
Lord.
Weenus. Rick, what did you say Rick and Morty for?
Oh, the parallel universe.
Parallel
yeah.
universe.
So Philip mentioned something about parallel universe.
Why?
Like discover, I don't know. He's into weird things.
There's a theory that since 2012, our world and other worlds colliding with each other.
Yeah. Did you hear about apparently there was concerns about CERN, the Large Hadron Super Collider, and
Yeah.
that like there were experiments like birds coming out of nowhere and dropping bread into it. And there's somebody, the article I read in the video I watched said something about they think it was causing a merging of parallel universes, so that we're actually living in a parallel timeline or something,
Nice.
thanks to their crazy
Would
experimentation.
that explain the there's something called
The Mandela effect?
Yes.
The what?
Yeah,
That-
the Mandela effect.
Oh, the
Mandela effect.
It's named after Nelson Mandela because a lot of people thought he died during his incarceration.
Yeah, I remember that.
And so when they're actually like, "Oh, you're alive," when he died, they're like, "He's alive. He died. I thought he died this many years ago."
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they
there's
said he died in the 80s.
I know,
or
I remember that because
Yeah.
I could have sworn he did die in prison, but he was released and then he became the president.
I
of
knew he was the president.
something, and then he died.
Then he died of old
But,
age.
but the other comparison
Yeah.
I've heard was like Shazam and
Yeah.
some other movie with the
Yeah.
genie played
No.
by Sinbad.
Kazam.
Yeah.
Kazam.
But it was
yeah.
Kazam, but it was actually Shaq.
It was Shaq
Yeah.
and who's.
And they say the reason for
But
that
like-
is there were a series of posters put in libraries that had Sinbad on them.
Nice. Well, there was
And
there
then
was some other thing.
Bernstein
that they
Bears.
said. Huh?
The Bernstein Bears was
Oh, yeah.
not an E, it was an A.
Yeah. Berenstein.
Yeah, there's
instead
4
of
or 5
Berenstein.
instances that are real popular.
Like it's
I actually went back and looked at another Berenstain Bears book, and I was like, well, damn.
Was it the Berenstain Bears?
I'm on the fence. When I recently looked at it, it said Berenstain Bears,
I don't know, man.
and not Berenstein
I
Bears.
used to watch the joints all the time, like the videos.
Yeah.
It was
Oh, yeah.
cool.
And there's a
So,
couple of ones, but
I couldn't get over it.
sometimes I
just
thought
like-
chalk it up for us just not actually reading anything.
I just
Hey
I don't know.
Cassie, hey Jonathan.
Hi guys.
Hope you were here when I greeted you. My bad, I haven't been looking at the computer screen.
Yep. Hello.
Hey Eric, welcome to the show. See, we're getting more interactive now.
I know.
You can feel free to talk and ask questions too, but we're
Yeah.
just gonna keep talking about the Mandela effect and time. Okay, so I was listening to East West Late Night Coast to Coast. Anybody familiar with that? With Art Bell?
Space Ghost Coast to Coast?
I missed that.
No, not the same thing.
Oh,
Similar.
I missed the creator
Not
of
the
that.
same. Yeah, Space Ghost Coast to Coast was funny with Zorak and Boltar and Brack. Remember when Brack got his own show?
Yeah.
That was dumb.
God.
His parents were even crazier. So, on late night Coast to Coast with Art Bell, I would listen to NPR like back in the day to the wee hours of the morning. It was like 2 to 3. They would have a show on there where they would talk about paranormal stuff. And the one dude was talking about like various things having to do with conspiracy theories, conspiracies, government conspiracies, like men in black suits coming to visit people to make them stop doing stuff. But what had happened was I had found some recordings of some particular shows, and one of them was about the Manhattan Project.
Oh yeah.
And the Manhattan Project was actually said to have been a time manipulation kind of thing. He's like, yeah, the thing known to the public was that they were working with the atomic bomb, atomic energy. But what they didn't tell you is they were also working with like time manipulation of gravity, and because I mean, why would anybody need that much energy? Like, what are you going to do with that much energy? It can't just be for destruction. Yeah. It can't purely be destruction. I think weaponization was a byproduct, according to this guy. But he said that during that and the Montauk experiments, which is something that happened later, they were doing time manipulation, and they were actually able to send a battleship forward in time. And there was like a whole bunch of crazy stuff. I need to find that broadcast because I'll send it to you.
How far forward in time?
Like about 50 years, I think, was the guy was saying. And they ended up he had to get back to the boat, and part of that experiment, they talk about things that were written off, like taken off the books about men who were like stuck in bulkheads, and of course.
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah, and the displacement of their bodies.
Yes.
And they got I remember that one.
They were moving them over in time. It was crazy, but they also talked about like the Quicksilver suit and how it was something that could render men like impervious to time. They could move faster, and they could also be invisible. Yeah, it's a bunch of crazy stuff. It's real fringe science, man.
Yeah. Or watch the show Fringe.
Yeah, it was a fun show.
That was a fun show.
I wonder sometimes. Hey, Casey said hello. She says it's
Hey, Preston.
Hey.
Hey, Preston.
You gonna say hey to Miss Spencer?
Hi. Oh, that Casey. Hey,
Yeah.
Casey.
Hey, Casey.
Preston says hi. Hey, Heather. This is our new sponsor, Heather Kitchens.
Hey,
With Upstate
Heather.
Exposure. This is the intern. Welcome the intern to the party. And what you can hear in the background is some music. We're at the Tap Takeover at Growler House. I don't know who the band is, so don't ask.
Bill and Tad.
Is it Bill and Tad?
Bill and Tad, something duo, excellent duo, or some ripoff of Bill and
Okay.
Tad. Yeah.
I can live with that.
Every other Thursday.
Bill and Tad's rip-off adventure. It's not quite the same, guys.
Not quite.
So,
I wouldn't mind to have a band here that had played the hurdy-gurdy.
Is that?
No, it's a hurdy-hurdy. It's an instrument.
Oh, yeah, okay, I got you.
what is a gurdy-hurdy?
Is that the thing you, like, spin like a Jack in the Box? Or
Yeah,
whatever?
then
Yeah.
no, it's hurdy-gurdy, sorry.
I'm not. Okay.
And it's
I'll
so
take
you
your
like
word
spin
for
it,
They spin it and they played it, and it's...
but you play it like an accordion, right? But you spin it like a
Yeah, you spin it.
Jack in the Box.
It kind of looks like a weird violin thing, and then it has a crank and it spins, so it makes this like droning sound of ish. And then you have four strings on each side of it, and you play it.
Oh. So what's your favorite weird instrument?
I'll have to think about that. There's some weird brass instrument that reminded me of a Dr. Seuss book, but I don't remember like what it was. It's been a while since I've seen it.
There's a lot of weird instruments out there. It's interesting. There's one that it's pretty much they all use for like the horror sounds.
Yeah.
What was the thing that they used to make the Star Trek
The
like,
theremin.
theme song? Yeah.
That's
The
my
theremin.
favorite.
What is it?
Yeah.
The
They also use it to make the Doctor Who sound.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Theremins are cool because it's like two rods with electric currents and like your bio
or
whatever,
I
your
think
biorhythms.
there's a lot of
Make it
interesting
make
ones that'd
music.
be interesting to play. Or like the sitar.
Sitar.
That's technically a weird
Yeah.
instrument.
Who texted you?
What's it called?
I'm just checking. I'm just seeing our topics.
Oh, the
No. Pan flute.
pan flute. Yeah.
Pan flute. A pan flute. Yeah.
The fife was the
The
flute-like
smaller,
thing, yeah.
smaller than the flute. Yeah.
So yeah, there's that whole thing with parallel dimensions and CERN and high energy output.
So the interesting theory I heard about parallel universes, parallel dimensions, and whatnot, is that anything you think Like, if you think of a scenario, like, I'm going to walk out there and I'm going to kick Tad in the teeth. Just by thinking about it.
There's another parallel dimension where that's happening.
There's infinite dimensions. Now that that's been thought about, like now that happened. Like there's like the expansion of the universe is everybody's thoughts of what could have or would have or should have happened.
Or my favorite one is that every story you write is another parallel universe.
A what?
That every story you write or that's out there, that's just another parallel universe being created.
Yeah. So which universe are you? I mean, who was it? Neil deGrasse Tyson said the likelihood that we are not in a computer simulation is like less than 2%.
Okay, I can do that. Well,
that explains my dreams.
I was listening to a guy like along the lines of Montauk experiment. I looked into it, and by looked into it and did research, I mean I was on YouTube for like days at a time, looking for various videos and opinions, and I happened to cross one particular video where a guy was talking about he was working with this dude who was a survivor of the Montauk experiment, where they took a bunch of boys someplace in Canada or to the Montauk Mountains and whatever, and like most of them had ended up dead or something, and one of them was a survivor. But he said that the Montauk experiment was trying to create like people who can manifest things from their thoughts. Like he said the dude actually did it before. Like he made a Bud Light come out of nowhere. Now to that end, I think that it's possible because in the past couple of weeks I've seen some stuff. Like I wanted some Hichu. Well, Hichu. I think it would be pronounced Hichu. H-I-C-H-E-W. Hello, Matthew.
Why is your shirt like he's about to be ripped off? Like,
because he's mostly the Incredible Hulk.
What'd you say?
Your shirt is really tight.
Because I have a barrel chest.
Yes, that's
It's like I have a barrel chest.
He buys his shirt
Thank you very much for
small.
the visual of you.
Don't feed into that.
There you go.
So the thing being is that a guy I know had rolled up on somebody else, and like I was like, hey, look, it's the guy we know, and he turns around and goes up to the car, dude, gives him a pack of Hichu, and I was like, where'd that come from? I've been craving Hichu for days. So I got a pack of Hichu. I split it with him.
What is
Hichu? I call it Hichu. You can get it in Target and some other places.
Morinaga brand candy.
I call it Hichu, yeah.
You remember, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's
You
good.
remember Bonkers?
I think so.
Bonkers candy?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but it's less chewy, or more chewy. It's a little more firm. I love Bonkers. They were good.
Hichu is like pretty chewy.
It is.
I choose.
Like it's like borderline gum.
Yeah, it's
kinda
mad
chewy.
gum.
Yeah.
It's like, it's kind of hard. It's a little firm. So you gotta work it a bit.
Yeah.
It's very good. It's very good. It's got a strong flavor. And it's like got...
Is that a dog?
That is a dog. 31 grams of fat? No. It's very much a candy that can sustain you for a little bit of time.
No.
The nutritional value is in one pack, and it's like 31 grams of sugar. But it'll get you going for about an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, if I eat 31 grams of sugar at a time.
I wouldn't suggest it as a breakfast item.
Or just put a good amount of caffeine in it.
But you could. Oh, there's a fella named John Rivera. He says, "Hey Ashley, Wonder Woman, Jessica Jones."
Oh, Javi. Hey, Hav. How are you doing?
That's somebody you know?
Yes, he's the media design director at school. I talked to you about.
Cool.
So, hi, Hav. How are you doing?
Well, hello, Hive. Glad to have you on the show.
Yeah.
So, like, everybody, this is like a participatory show. So the more people hop in the chat room, say stuff, or like come visit us in the studio, the better it is for everybody. So
Yeah.
we got Matthew right here. Matthew drinking the champagne of beers.
I'm poor. $5 bill.
You know what's that?
I'm out of beer though, but I'm not gonna get any more.
Almost out of beer.
Jeff said
It's
so
sad.
good. He used to love
Like-
Bonkers candy.
Trying to make it
Me
laugh.
too, man. Bonkers was that deal. But if you like Bonkers, I'm sure you like High Cheese.
What else is a good candy?
What is a good candy?
I mean,
I
what
like
else?
I like chocolate generally.
Chocolate's always good.
Oh yeah. So we've been cheating today a little with the beers on our
Cheating?
diet.
What are you
On
on a
our diet. On our diet.
What kind of diet you guys?
But
On a
like
diet?
it's just
He's on the
for
Sumerian diet.
working out and getting in shape kind of thing.
I mean, what are
Eating
you doing?
lots of protein, low carb,
I was
high
trying-
protein, high
I was
fat.
trying something like a
You know
keto
what
diet.
you're talking about?
Yeah.
Hey, you don't say nothing.
Similar to the keto diet.
Keto.
Keto.
K-E-T.
KETO, yeah.
KTO, yeah.
70% of your calories come from fat, but healthy fats. They try to keep it like under 50 grams of carbs, and then like a moderate amount of protein, like 0.6 grams per pound of body weight. Have been pretty good about that.
So is it like
Yeah.
pistachios?
Uh,
Like just
I eat
eat
a lot
like
of walnuts.
15 cups.
And a lot of like canned tuna.
Yeah.
So
lot of
how's it
canned
been
tuna.
going then, other than the
Well,
beer?
other than the beer, pretty
Well,
well.
he brought up that like I've been craving chocolate the entire time. That's all I've been craving. I just want to stuff my face full of chocolate. Anything chocolate.
What about the school of
It's a
thought?
good
that
thing
says
I
you
didn't bring
crave
that
what you
Whitman
need?
sampler with me.
Didn't
You
you eat
what?
Heard that.
chocolate?
Or, see, what you're doing is almost a paleo diet.
I think it's
Yeah.
actually.
Basically,
I read somewhere.
Not
similar.
necessarily.
I mean, you're not like literally trying. It's not a mindset what you want. I've studied up like the dog's stomach
Pretty
is very
much.
similar to a human stomach, and so the idea being that human like 70% fat.
So what would
the rest
happen
is
if you
protein.
ate a dog's
Yeah,
stomach?
it's similar to that. Yeah.
Very yeah.
question
What
is,
would you eat?
Would it open up a parallel dimension?
Well, currently we're making meat.
Paleolithic is I don't even know what the
We
term is.
scientists have been
It's
making meat.
pre-civilization.
Yeah.
And we think the human civilization happened about 6,000 years ago.
Yeah.
So how would you feel if they found the 20,000-year-old grinding stones with flour, which
Like,
they did?
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
that's,
the-
I'm not
mean, the
debating, but I will say they were grinding flour 20,000 years ago.
But that
It's not
flour,
exactly
but that flour
That's
that
true.
long
But the
ago
also
was
not a
probably
Just
favorite
not
realize
flour
the
that
Egyptians
happened.
were the first ones to make beer.
Yeah.
You're not getting, yeah,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
probably less
I'm not
gluten.
saying no
I've never
carbs.
been afraid from gluten.
Not saying no carbs. Because I
like-
definitely still have carbs, but I just like have a lot of complex carbs that
One day we'll find
red
chocolate
Aaron.
cures all
Aaron, nice
cancers.
to meet you.
Most definitely, Heather.
That'd be nice.
It at least
Just
cures the
maybe
cancer.
just pure
by
chocolate,
birth.
not the sugar stuff.
Yeah. And I heard that if you're craving
Like
chocolate,
cacao.
mine's particularly dark chocolate that I want, and
you
I
can
heard
just
it's
eat,
a magnesium deficiency. Like you need
Are you
Yeah.
drinking like sparkling mineral water? It might be a good idea.
I've
Mix
just
it
been
with-
chugging regular water.
Mix it with
Regular
plum
ass
wine.
water.
Get you some of that
Wine country.
S. Pellegrino.
Nah.
San Pellegrino. No, it's good. It's got more absorbed minerals. I think one of them is magnesium,
Yeah.
and that's what I've been
I
doing.
think I
lately.
read somewhere that chocolate, like craving chocolate, means you need magnesium. So that could be what it
It's
is.
in that sparkling water, girl.
So that's sparkling
You
water.
get on that sparkling water diet.
Or,
So
that's
vitamins that may or
sparkling
may not help
we
you.
can't all
Yeah.
dream, can't we? So I've switched my diet as well. I've stopped eating meat.
Nice.
Temporarily or like permanently?
I guess.
Are
I
you
don't
still
know.
eating
I
some
don't know.
nuts?
I'm eating lots of nuts.
Okay.
Ah.
No
I'll
homo.
defend his choice at any point in this decision.
It's nuts and bananas. I eat 2 bananas a day. I usually eat it like a salad, or I'll have like today I had they have a sandwich here I swear by the Gatherer,
Yeah.
which is all vegetables.
Yeah.
I add cheese, so I'm not a vegan obviously,
Good.
Just cutting
but
out.
it's
you
so
tried-
good.
That's because vegans don't exist.
Yeah.
Well, they won't for long.
Vegans will be the first
Well,
to get eaten.
we are making meat. We are making meat in the lab.
That's so
That
weird.
shouldn't count.
That's so
What?
weird.
Like,
We're
you
making
seen-
muscle.
Have
in
you
the
ever
It's
lab.
like
seen-
stem cells.
have you
That's
seen?
sandwich.
Have you seen the show Better Off Ted?
Uh-uh.
They
know.
tried that before. They made meat, in a lab.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a comedy with Portrait of Rossi.
Yeah.
But so they didn't actually make meat. But yeah, they tried that. It was a sitcom, so it was unsuccessful. But we'll see how this one goes.
So if you need protein, we just found out edamame in like a half a cup has like 9 grams of protein in it. Yeah, didn't realize it was that high in protein.
I'm pretty
like,
sure
that's awesome.
a quarter cup of pistachios contains 6 grams.
You always can get
Or at least the ones
pistachio
I've been eating.
gelato.
But pistachios are also fatty.
And they're also expensive. Edamame
Yes.
is not as expensive
But
as
they're good
pistachios.
fats.
Yeah.
You know, it's
And
not
I-
as monounsaturated fat. So
And I try to avoid edamame personally because of soy.
Yeah.
I got these nice man boobs.
You don't
I know
want
this
too
is a
much
family
soy.
show.
Soy's not. I mean, soy's not going to hurt you if you have it a little
I
bit,
feel
but
violated.
you don't want to go overboard on soy.
Lord Morrison.
No, I'm not a fan of man boobs. So I
Yeah.
stray away from soy. I have some.
They're nice in their
Because
own
I
right.
think they're not.
You need fat.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that. I just don't like chest fat.
I just don't want my chest.
As a man, I want a streamlined bird-like chest.
Birds like chest.
Hey, Robbie. Oh, Hav Rivera says he loves Better Off Ted.
Oh yeah, it's because it's hilarious.
Is
That
it really
was
funny?
the correct answer. Yes.
I can watch that on Netflix, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
They only have the second season on now. You can't watch the first
I
for
know.
some reason. I tried to watch it last night.
Can you watch it anywhere else on the internet? Maybe?
I hadn't
On
checked
the-
Hulu, but
Okay. What was the network that it was on?
I don't remember. But it seems like it would have been an FX
Like
type
FX or
show,
USA or
yeah,
something.
like
Okay.
that.
FX, same channel that showed. What was the name? Not Testes, because that was a US. I think that was on USA. But it was that show Workaholics.
That was Comedy Central. That was hilarious at first and fell off real quick.
But then
It
they do
was-
like 5 seasons or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched some of the last.
We watched
this
most
last
of
season,
it.
and it
We
was
watched
terrible.
most of it. Most of the
I
whole
watched
thing.
like 2 episodes before it made me want to regurgitate in my
No,
mouth.
no.
Oh my.
We watched a lot of Workaholics.
No, not from the newest episode.
Oh,
newest
not the
season.
newest-
No,
the
we
newest
watched some of the
season.
older stuff, and it was great.
The older stuff was great. The biggest
newer
thing,
stuff, it was like
let me tell you
it was
that,
like, you know, when the Simpsons started running out of shit to put in their
Yeah.
show.
What,
like,
season 12?
Yeah.
well, this wasn't them running out of shit to put in their show. This was that Adam Devine dude just ruining the entire
Adam
show.
Devine, is he a writer?
No, he's like one of the main characters in Workaholics. Like, he is a
He was
writer.
the
He is a
dude-
writer.
he was the dude
He did.
that-
He wrote and directed some of them.
Yeah, but he was
But-
the dude that was alongside Zac Efron in that Another Dude Need Wedding Dates movie.
Yeah, the dudes need wedding dates or whatever.
Dudes
He
need-
was also in Pitch Perfect. He was one of the love interests.
Equally as terrible in everything
He's
ever
just
been
he
in.
plays the same guy every time, and he's very obnoxious.
Yeah,
And just
like how can I make a living being a complete
Like-
douchebag?
like-
I'll play a complete douchebag on TV.
painfully, embarrassingly obnoxious. It's just awful. It's just very off-putting, and I hate it.
Like unfunny, like try hard,
yeah.
unfunny.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
just
I mean,
try hard unfunny. Yeah.
There's funny, there's try hard funny, there's unfunny, then there's try hard
It
unfunny.
was try hard unfunny. It was like being obnoxious and ridiculous for the sake of it, and just to the point to where it was like cringeworthy.
So kind of like when Michael Richards got popped for doing that comedy routine that basically ruined his career.
I don't know if I remember
Okay,
this.
so you know Michael Richards, the guy that played Kramer on Seinfeld.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You remember
yes.
that
Yes.
incident?
Okay. I know what you're talking about. Okay. Now that you said that, I'm like, okay, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually read something about that the other day.
That was
for some
hilarious.
reason.
I still like. I don't know why everybody was upset. I think that's the funniest
Like-
thing in the world. No, you
Like,
can come
I
in
almost
if you want to.
imagine, like,
We're having a show.
Yeah, just
so-
having a show.
so, I imagine him being like Will Ferrell, and not like silly mean, but like just mean, not just obnoxiously mean. And it's like, I don't like you. And he ruined Workaholics for me. I didn't like that show after, like, with
Talking
him.
about Seinfeld.
Workaholics. Talking about the dude from Workaholics. That kind of, like,
What
just...
season was that?
Like, whatever the last season was. Like, I mean, he's been in all of them, but he's just gotten progressively more obnoxious and douchey.
He, like, got like, a diva complex going
Yeah.
on or
Well,
something.
he's been in some bigger movies now, maybe. So maybe that's it. But he's just, like, he plays himself and everything.
I can see
It's
that.
just...
I can see
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
I like I would not be friends with him in real life.
Word.
Like,
That's
like
good.
we would not be friends.
I hate your voice, Adam.
Adam Devine or Devine or however
What
you
is
say his
Adam
last name.
Oh, this is now on Netflix.
Hey, Savannah.
Kind of beer.
It's good to see you. Welcome to the show. We're taking calls. I'm just kidding. You can't call into the show.
We're
silly.
taking calls about this moment.
We're definitely taking texts, though.
It'd be cool to have a call.
The show
Yeah.
be cool. Be a whole lot cooler if you did. So
Text
let's
us
Skype
at
it.
so.
let's talk
Let's
about.
Skype.
Are you gonna call in? You can go ahead and call in.
No,
Yeah.
connect
Call
Skype. Take
and
callers.
text.
We'll figure it
Take
out.
callers.
We'll figure it out. We will figure it out one day.
One day, yes, one day.
Yeah, we want people. I do actually want to. Hopefully, we'll take some calls one day. That'd be cool.
And just put
Be
it up.
like, hey, I want to talk to you about like some crazy topic about women's rights.
I
or
want to talk
something.
about so and so.
About how women should be counted as more than a third of a person. Whatever.
You know, I love you.
I do.
hear you laugh.
I know you do. That's why I made that comment. Okay, shoot. Old girl at coffee shop, she gives me a hard time. Because I do some things that are borderline sexist. In fact, I do some
Like
things
what?
that are
I wanna,
outright sexist.
I want to hear some of these things.
Well,
What
no,
happened?
she's always getting on me. She's like, you're being weird. I was telling, like, I was with Matthew and this cute girl came in. And I was like, excuse me, miss, and she was leaving. I was like, ma'am, my friend here just wanted to let you know that you have impeccable taste in fashion. And she's like, that was kind of weird. I was like, what do you mean?
Well, see,
But she looked kind of young, so I can understand that.
She probably didn't know what the word impeccable meant.
I mean,
I'm a weird.
like-
But I mean, my point was, my defense was I'm a weird guy.
I
I can't help
Aren't
somebody.
we all?
on
Who
social
isn't
media-
weird?
Isn't weird at this point. At least
When
the
I was,
people
I
that
was
I
dating
know.
a girl in high school, and I saw her, and I said, I like your pants. Now,
That's how they
I
ended up
thought
dating.
I liked her pants.
Yeah.
She thought I was looking at her butt.
Well, of course you
Now, I
were.
was.
Yes,
But
that's what you're doing.
what,
There's-
no, the thing is, like, your pants serve a purpose, just as mine do.
Yeah.
I don't want you, I enjoyed the way her pants looked on her.
I like your
The
pants.
same reason you like
Fresh.
a well-fitted
You
suit
got
looks
them.
good on a man.
Yeah.
Properly.
No, I can't. Like a sweet.
And
You're
Lord
making it
forbid,
a thing.
if I see a commercial for Magic Mike and guys walk out there,
Yeah.
woo, I'm like, okay, all right, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if you also help me, if I saw
Anyway,
a show with
anyway.
three brick houses walking across the
Social
stage,
norms,
guys go,
double
woo, woo, woo,
standards.
that's
They exist.
I think the thing
That's
about
why I
Magic
like
Mike
being
is that
super direct.
like girls up until recently, like that was all very hush hush. Girls going to male strip clubs.
I think it
kind of
is,
thing.
Heather.
That
I think
wasn't
weird is
really
fine.
talked about. That was never really in a whole lot of TV shows or movies. It was always men going to female strip clubs. It wasn't really the
Unless it was a
Are
movie
you
about a
talking
bachelorette
about the
party.
meteoric
Yeah, unless it
rise
was
and
about a
success of
bachelorette
the
party. It
Chippendales
wasn't like
dancers
just
in like
casually
the,
going to a
the
strip
middle,
club.
late 80s, early
Of
90s.
the breaking of
But
social
apparently
But-
they don't exist anymore.
But I
in
get
South
where you're coming
Carolina.
from as far as the like objectifying.
South
aspect.
Carolina.
Brent, I'm not trying not to
It
be the
is
dude that's like,
special.
show me some more of that. But oftentimes, I'm the most quietest person in the room.
Yeah.
When a cute guy walks by, my friends who happen to be girls, like,
Give me an achievement.
cool, I'm not here at all, thanks. I'll be back next week. But,
So yeah, basically I just got called weird for paying a girl a compliment in public. And I told old girl, she's always getting on me about my demeanor and my conduct. But I told her, I was like, you love me. She's like, yeah, that's true, but and I was like, that's all I need to do.
Sounds like you need to send her a picture of your weenus.
She sees my weenus every day.
So I think the fact is that a lot of women nowadays just don't know how to respond to a genuine compliment.
No.
Well,
Because
well, here's the
you
problem.
you don't
here's the
get
problem with exactly.
You don't get them anymore.
Exactly.
Because
And most
we don't
people's
know-
compliments aren't genuine.
Like it takes you off guard almost, and it kind of like makes you a little defensive because you don't really know
Yeah.
what to do. Because catcalling at this point has become a norm, and we've just accepted it and understand
And we don't know
how
what's.
we respond to that
Well, no, the girl,
by blowing
the
them
girl
off and not
herself,
talking to
she
them.
took the compliment. She smiled, and it looked like it genuinely registered as a compliment because she was put together.
Probably
she
just,
looked like
just
you
kind
put-
of took
like,
her off guard
As a woman, do you put consideration into what you wear,
every day.
or do you just like slap on some clothes and step out?
Maybe not.
Depends on the
Well,
day.
when you're going
Yes,
out to
depends.
do
Depends
stuff,
on the day.
when you're going
Yeah.
out to do stuff,
If I'm going out, then
'cause
definitely.
you know people are going to see.
Yeah.
About that situation, for you, like, I would have preferred it if you had said, "I, Yusuf, enjoy your sense of fashion."
No.
No, my friend here, who's too much of a wuss to talk to you, enjoys your sense of fashion.
I told you to talk to her, man.
And I didn't, because I chose not to.
All right, whatever.
Now, granted,
Why didn't
it
you
was
do it?
because I was nervous. I
Really?
talk to women. They kind of like, I know her. We start a conversation because she's
We're just the
friends
same
with
as
me.
you are.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know about.
Yeah,
I don't know.
She's right, though.
Are they?
Yeah.
Is
I've
she
hung
the
out
same
with
as
Dennis
we are?
enough. Dennis and I know each
Or
other
we're
well
the same
enough
as me?
now.
Oh,
If you
yeah.
say yes, I'm gonna look at you all night like,
Well, I mean, that's part of the problem.
Women-
Why I
like,
chose not to answer.
yeah.
women,
I feel like
Not
women
much
and
women,
men.
women,
Yeah.
women and men, we both
Come
we both
closer.
have equal amounts of trouble communicating with each other
Yeah.
in a proper fashion because men and women are
Never mind.
fundamentally different.
You're just in
But-
disembodied voice.
On like a social level, we're the same.
Yeah.
We have the same types of fears. I mean,
Yeah.
with some exceptions, we have the same types of likes and dislikes.
But we still have
We have
some.
the same types of interests.
But there's some social construction that was made years ago that's still hindering us at some level.
Yeah, one of which is feminism. Anyway,
Well,
Wow.
I've noticed this whole like resurgence of feminism kind of thing,
yeah,
and I
mean,
don't.
Feminism is a good idea.
It is.
I
There
don't
are-
Poorly
like.
executed.
I don't like the
Yeah.
word.
Like the
There
Because
Holocaust.
it's not feminism.
As
What's
a lover
coming
of
up-
history,
what's
I
coming up
admire.
Hey, you guys want to take a gas shower
suffragists.
together?
I don't like the
I'm
word
just kidding. The
feminism
Holocaust was not a
for
good
what's
idea.
happening right
Yeah.
now.
Well, to clarify that,
I don't
They're
think
gonna-
most
he had a
feminists
point. It was
understand
just poorly
whose
executed.
footsteps they're walking in.
Yeah.
And the original feminists were also called suffragists,
Yeah.
who simply wanted to be equal, not above all men, and that the right of voting,
Yeah.
health,
child.
wealth, property,
And children.
and enterprise is not only for men, but also for women. That
Yeah.
more than just men create this most perfect of unions. End
Yeah.
quote.
I mean, there's still also men right movements too, since there's some stuff.
I'm not a fan of men's right movements, personally.
Have
put
you
it-
read?
Well,
have you
I'll
watched
say-
Red Pill?
Okay, hold on.
I don't like the standards that
let me
both
clarify
men
something
and
when I'm
women are
talking
being
about
held
men's
to,
rights.
like stereotypically.
Like,
Yeah.
like I'm familiar with Red Pill. I like a lot of things about Red Pill. There are some ideas that I can live without when it comes to the Red Pill thing. Now, my thing, there's an author named Warren Farrell. He wrote a book called The Myth of Male Power. It's a very good book. I suggest you check it out. I listened to the audio version, which was basically an interview with Warren Farrell, where he talks about the stuff he talked about in the book. I read part of the book, and one of the things that I really like that he talks about is that men, there's this idea that men are like expected to be an unpaid, willing bodyguard for not just for like your lady, but any woman. Like if there's a woman somewhere and there's a man somewhere, then he should be like, it's expected that he lay his life down to protect her. You know what I'm saying? And in one sense that's fine, but in another sense, those are the ideas that lead to the short life expectancy of men. A man can be expected to live 7 years shorter than a woman. Women are expected, their life expectancy is 7 years longer on average than men. And that's exacerbated by the fact that men are the first call to war with the draft, and men are expected to be an unpaid bodyguard.
Now women are equal in the draft now.
That's
draft
fine.
hasn't been
Yeah, that's
That's
before,
fine,
yeah.
but I'm talking about like generally men are the first to war, have been the first to war. Men are generally the first in. Like Marines are predominantly men. The military is predominantly men. And I'm talking like combat veterans.
Slowly.
So what's the question?
There's
Women
the
weren't
question.
even
Yeah.
allowed in the military till
That's
recently.
why
I know.
men live 7 years less than women.
From Matthew's point of view,
I think within the
number
last
one, I'm
100
cool
years.
with that. I'm fine. 7 years, give or take, I don't care. Number two, your name is Preston.
You'll care when that.
If a guy walks into this room with a fully loaded assault rifle, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna die with a bullet in my chest and I on my back. And I hope you do the same. Because you've got something at stake in this room. And I've got two friends at stake in this room. And that's what's expected of me. I wouldn't expect your wife or your girlfriend to do the same. I just don't.
Yeah,
because whether you want to go with
see what you're missing about the idea is that this is expected from women who don't know you, possibly women who have nothing but animosity towards you. My point is, it's not about friendship; it's about the expectation.
Yes.
It's not about the fact that you were willing to or not. It's that as a man, you were expected to die.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, you
Because
be
I know
fine with
myself.
that.
Or
But this
as
is-
a man, you're
this
expected
is the
to
problem.
provide and
It's
have the
not.
higher pay.
It's not equal because no woman is expected to do that. So you're playing into that stereotype.
I'm not a believer in equality.
This is
And
not.
that's fine.
So this is not necessarily so.
But we're just talking about feminism.
This is in a similar way, not necessarily as extravagant as you're expected to die, but more deep-seated in men.
Like child.
Men are meant to be a certain way according to society. Like you shouldn't like certain
not-
things because that's considered too
It's
feminine.
a form of
Or they
that-
can't
it's a
cry.
form of objectification.
Yeah,
Or they
and
can't
it's-
show all their
A woman is
emotions and stuff.
They can't-
objectified
yeah,
as a
that's a
sex
big one.
object,
Most
but
men-
a man is objectified
as I've gotten
something
older-
meant to be thrown away.
As I've definitely gotten older, I've noticed that men that I know, are not as emotional as they used to be. Men that it's like
Well,
something changes in them
the
because
thing-
they're being told like that's not manly and
Well, the
that's
thing
not
missing in society
that's
at
not
large
what you're
is
supposed to do.
soft skills. There was a lady that was talking to my mom once about 2000. I want to say it was like 2007, 2009. And she was a school counselor. She's like, one thing that's missing that I've seen a lot of and a bad trend is that children are missing soft skills. They don't know how to be nice to each other. They don't know how to speak to each other in the morning. If a conflict arises, they don't know how to resolve that conflict without,
Resulting in violence.
becoming violent or like totally shutting down. They can't constructively get through their
Yeah.
conflicts,
And that's something that like
and that
for me,
comes up a lot.
for men, like not feminism, but I feel bad for men that they have to go through that they can't
Rob
necessarily.
Boole says, "Yep, men gonna die earlier, just how it is." Look,
Like-
just because I don't feel like I want to be discarded as a human being doesn't mean that I'm not a man.
I mean, it's
Thank you.
what Matthew was saying. I'd be jumping on you because I want to protect you.
That's what I'm saying, and that's fine. That's
tackling
equality.
somebody.
My reaction
I
for
wouldn't-
people
I
is
wouldn't
attack.
just let somebody.
I'd be
die
ankle biting
based on-
somebody because
Oh.
we're short.
Man or
I'm
woman.
taking somebody
Oh, no.
down.
But see,
No,
that's
throw
what
the
makes
glass.
it problematic. That
Right.
it marginalizes people based on their sex.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
I'd be kicking someone's
especially
Oh,
ass
still
if
in
they came up
courts.
in
And
here.
Warren Farrell
No,
was,
not today.
was a well-known feminist speaker. He's a male feminist. And all the feminists were on his side until he started talking about that stuff. And then they started, he didn't get paid as much. He wasn't asked to come to speaking engagements as much because he noticed that men were being thrown under the bus.
Well, if women
and
want to
he
be
was doing
equal,
it
then
too.
why shouldn't they step up and be able to defend themselves?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. That's why I've been going to the gym.
I'm all
4 days
about
a week
it.
I've been
I'm
going
all
to the
about
gym. Like,
anybody being able to defend themselves because just based on the virtue of somebody being a man doesn't mean he knows how to defend
it's
himself.
like I love him and I know he would protect me. I would protect him. But he's not going to be with me all the time.
Yeah.
I got to protect myself.
And that's the
like-
thing. Like,
Who are you pointing at?
Like-
because I mean, like, okay, so the unpaid bodyguard thing. Like, what if some woman provokes a man? And I saw some stuff like this last night.
Yeah.
It was bad. But if a woman provokes a man, and then he turns on her, and then you're just standing by, and she's like, "Oh, help me," and that man like stabs you to death.
Right.
How's that fair to anybody? But I saw like,
It's like
oh boy.
being like the big guy in the room, you know, or like talking shit and getting up in somebody's face, and then as soon as dude gets mad, you back up like, oh,
What happened? Where'd everybody go?
where's Dwayne the Rock Johnson? He was right behind me.
He was right behind me.
Get the number of that bus. I'll tell you what I saw last night that just kind of blew my mind. So this guy pours beer on a girl. This is what I heard
Okay.
at
how you
a
get
popular
punched in the
bar in
face.
town. I'm not gonna say any names. I don't want to get anybody
Okay.
in trouble. But pours beer on. So the girl apparently threw her beer back at him, and then there was like a mini beer food fight
That
going
sounds
down.
fun.
It sounds hilarious. But
man.
I see, like, I'm talking to a guy who I just met. He's a cool guy. He's like a director. He directed a film. So we're just chatting. And I see security pushing this dude out, shirt all wet on the half side. He looks all mad. And then these girls come up behind him, start talking mad smack, like getting bucked, trying to run up on him. So another bigger black guy comes out. He's like, "Lady, chill out." And they like start getting in his face. And then one of them smacks him.
Then she should be
like that-
arrested.
And then he,
Yeah.
he starts pushing
Like, they're
him back 'cause
already-
they're trying to get up on him, so he's pushing him back.
They're-
And then this one
yeah.
dude runs up, he's like, "I'm trying to get by," getting all up in dude's face, and I just touch dude in the crux of his shoulder, his elbow. I'm like, "Homie, calm down. They got security here." He's like, "I'm tight with security." Not too long after that, security comes, walks him out. And then my dude I was talking
Did the
to,
girls
he's
get
like,
kicked out?
No.
No.
No, not until later.
Not until
Like,
later.
I think they ended
They
up
did
getting
that.
pushed to the side, and I think they wanted to protest. But I got video of them
I
sitting,
mean, the
sitting
dude
on the
started
corner.
it, so that's probably why he was kicked
Yeah.
out. But
and what happened was, like, my friend was like, "That guy pushed those girls." Like, I didn't notice at first, but he was just kind of like, he's messed up about it. And I see his point. You know, dude shouldn't have put his hands on him, but they put their hands on
started
him. You know what I'm
mean,
saying?
I mean, it's not like
And he did-
he backhanded him back.
That's what
you
I'm
know?
saying.
Like,
And
you
he-
get slapped in the face.
He kind of handled it all right.
Yeah.
But I think
I mean,
I
you're
was
supposed to just
kinda-
take it at that point.
I mean,
guess
I'm
legally
sure
you
they
are,
were
but-
that's the
significantly
thing.
smaller than him, so it probably
Yeah.
would have
Yeah.
Well, there were two of them. There were two of them, and one of the girls was like tall.
Okay.
I think the girl that slapped him was kind of tall, but it ends up they have to sit on the side. They get pushed out into past the boundary, which represents outside of the bar, and they're like getting on the bounce. And one of the girls is like getting in his face, talking about, You only make $2 an hour not to do your job. What are you, bouncer? You a bouncer? And then the cops get called. Like, she put his hands on him too, apparently, from what I heard. And he didn't do nothing, but they called the cops. A bunch of cops show up, question everybody. So the girls get sent off, sent about their way, which nobody got arrested, which is not a shocker. Because I'm sure the cops didn't feel like doing any paperwork over something so juvenile and
Yeah.
futile. But one of the girls, when they were told, she's like, "Good job, way to do your job, Spartanburg police." Like, just being a belligerent,
asshole.
You're a drunk.
yeah, just a jerk.
Obviously.
And they get sent on their way. But I was just like, well, you look at that, let off the hook.
I'm like,
So, I
well,
mean, I don't know what to think of anything or anybody. People are subject to judgment. But I'm not going to let somebody sit up here and tell me just because of the set of chromosomes I was born with that I owe somebody my life by the virtue of
let's
being
be real
black.
though, like, y'all got more self-control than girls.
Do we?
Let me tell you,
We
if that had
really-
been if that had been two girls, if those dudes that were in that had been girls, they would have been ripping each other's
Yeah.
hair
It
out.
was
Right,
the-
no.
Let's
it
be
was
real.
The Family Guy.
Right.
They'd have been
skit was
ripping each
like,
other's hair out.
Then,
Like,
we know how to be friends.
like, if it had been girls,
love that.
there would have been lots of blood drawn everywhere.
Yeah, it
Like,
would've been
it
bad.
would have been a bloodbath.
There were a lot more girlfriends on my high school than boys.
Ladies get
Oh.
hyped.
Oh yeah, I mean, I watched a girl like climb on top of another girl, put her on her stomach, and like pulled her hair back and bashed her head against the floor in middle school.
Oh,
Oh no!
In middle school.
In middle school, I had
Nice.
one
So, I
girl.
mean, that goes to
She
show
brought
you.
a knife to stab her ex-boyfriend.
Oh,
Sometimes,
Girl,
sometimes
bitches
women
be
are more
cray-cray.
dangerous than men, man.
like you men have a lot more
I
self-control.
don't put
That's the
nothing
thing.
past anybody.
Like-
like, if you put your hands on me, I don't know what's gonna happen to you, man, woman, or child.
Or child.
I cannot
You're
make
gonna
any
You're gonna
guarantees.
drop kick a kid. I
I've
would love
done
to
it
see that.
before. Never. I would never
never.
like hurt a child.
I would
but I'm
never.
just saying for the sake
But
of
sometimes
the
you
family, it
just
don't
want to
matter.
like.
Depending on what the child is doing.
You're so adorable.
That kid
Boom!
knows
He
karate.
had a knife. He was wearing a diaper and can't walk. I can't help that. I was afraid for my life.
I mean, there are some kids who would stab their kid. They're like maybe try to stab their parents or something.
Man, it's scary out here.
But did you see the video of that like 6-year-old little girl that like changed her own oil, or not her own oil because she didn't have a car, but
but-
she changed the oil in an automobile
Yeah.
like all by herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean she was given some instructions, I'm certain, but she did it all by herself.
Yep.
Yeah, like did the
I
whole
mean,
thing.
if you
I mean, I'm talking about jacking up the car and everything.
Have y'all seen Mad Men?
How's
Where
that
the kids
work?
fix the parents' drinks?
it worked.
Yeah.
They like fix drinks.
Oh.
Okay, speaking of deadly children,
I need to find a
Deadly
copy.
children.
No.
Here we go.
I don't know what state it is. I know it's in the United States, but it was like half of this kindergarten classroom were caught in a conspiracy to kill their teacher. She overheard them talking.
They were gonna do it?
To give you some information concerning this. She's allergic to hand sanitizer for some reason. Like definitely, like don't make her throat swell up and she'll like kill over.
Oh God.
She overheard them talking about they were going to coat her pencils, her keyboard, her things
Oh
she kept
my
around
God.
the classroom with hand sanitizer, and they were plotting to kill her.
How old were they?
Kindergartners.
Oh. Well, that would explain why the plan was faulty.
No, I mean, she heard them. That's the thing, though. Like, imagine if she hadn't overheard them. Imagine if the
Like-
moment she sat down
But
at
my
her desk, she
question
started
is,
typing away. And
what did she do to them to make them want to plot her demise?
They're kindergartners.
Kindergartners,
She
she
told
told
one of
actually
them
take
not-
a lot of crap.
she told one of them to go in a timeout, so they started.
Just one of them.
I don't know.
Damn it! I want to go
It's
and
kind
try
of funny,
it.
Like,
though.
we don't like nap time.
Yeah,
we're gonna
We don't
Yeah,
like
The
nap.
teacher's gonna
Get
take a
this
real
right into the-
long
I
nap.
gotta put it into this.
We're gonna show her a real nap time.
Where are they from? Like,
Well, I think
No,
the thing is,
no.
like, at that age, I didn't understand the concept of death.
Yeah,
I don't
I
think I
remember-
did either at
I
5 years
remember
old.
I
when
slightly
was,
did because
Obviously
maybe a
not
little,
if you're coating everything in
but
hand
not to
sanitizer.
that extent.
my
Yeah.
kindergarten class, they gave us a pile of owl vomit to look at. Like, oh look,
Oh, yeah,
they
the-
killed the
the
little
ball.
animals to
Where
eat.
you wet it with like alcohol and you get to pick out the skulls. and
Yeah,
little
the
knife
skulls,
stuff.
and then you're like
I
you're like a
love that.
5-year-old.
That's
Like,
terrifying.
That was awesome.
You know what I did in kindergarten? Finger paint. I'm like, and went outside and played in the dirt and worms.
I got help, man.
Like, look at all the little worms that are in the
I
sandbox.
remember the first day that I came home and I was like, I don't want to get dirty anymore.
Yeah.
I was like right at the end of
Yep.
kindergarten. I
Yep,
just
it was like with all the worms that were in the sandbox. I was like, I don't like being dirty, and I like came home and was like, Mommy, I don't want to play in the sandbox.
I don't
anymore."
want this anymore. I don't want
for
this
me,
you.
my dad just threw me outside and told me to find worms. So I went through around the house, the backyard, and grabbed worms for my dad to go fishing.
I was about to say, do you like fishing?
Yeah,
You
he,
still like
he still
fishing?
goes fishing.
You know, one thing I found that after getting old, I was really good at as a kid, can't do anymore yet.
What?
Monkey bars.
Yeah.
I
Is
miss.
it yet?
Like
Well,
I
I
was
mean,
so good at them when I
When
was
you
a
weigh
kid,
when
and
you weigh
now
60 pounds, it's really easy to swing yourself
It really
around.
is.
yeah, when you weigh 60 pounds.
I never weighed 60
bars.
pounds.
We should go to. Huh?
Try it.
I never weighed 60 pounds.
I mean, at some point
Like
you did.
as a child, like
you
as
didn't
sure
go
I
from
was-
like
As a small
you didn't go from
child,
like
I was-
25 to
It went from
90.
59 to
I went
78.
from
it went from 50.
when I hit puberty. I think I went
Overnight.
from 100
It's a really big taco.
pounds to 240.
Oh, let's just all just
Wait,
find
what?
a monkey bar and just
160
play.
to 240
When?
when I hit puberty.
Really?
Yeah.
We should go to the
Only-
Big Air Jump Park.
I'm
I
down
only
for it.
gained like 10 pounds
Yo,
of
what's
puberty,
up, Justin?
but I was also
It's
a
my
gymnast.
homie. You gonna be out tonight? Holler at your boy.
I was only up until high school. I was slightly underweight, but that was my metabolism.
I was I want to say I gained about 10 to 15 pounds during puberty. Most of that was in this region. And
Where,
it was
in what
like
region?
in this region. But
All
like,
this fat.
I
Lose
just
some weight.
did gymnastics, so I was always like muscular.
Okay.
And so
Lean.
like, yeah, very like lean and muscular. And I hit puberty and just gained some weight. That was about it. And it
I
was
mean-
like, all right, cool. I'm
What's
still
that?
lean and muscular.
When I hit puberty, I was doing some pre-professional ballet. But the thing was, I was the heaviest and the curviest at all. There's like, I was like maybe 10 and 11.
and I'm like, and you're so tiny.
I was so tiny. I was early, but I was like the curviest out of the 14,
Yeah.
15-year-olds.
Oh yeah,
Mexican?
no. I had at like a
Who's building a wall?
C cup. I had the biggest chest out of anybody during that time when I did gymnastics,
I
and I was
was-
also the tallest, and I'm 5'3".
Nice.
Oh,
Tall,
yeah.
tall Chinese
I was
girl.
the tallest, and I was 5'3".
Tall
I'm
Asian
like,
women.
Well,
I
what
was
they
the
do.
tallest. No, at doing the bars, when you go around the bars,
Oh, yeah, parallel bars.
like they had to put it to the top setting, and if I didn't like hold my body a certain way, my toes hit the ground.
Oh, God.
Because it just didn't go higher, because they're like, gymnasts aren't any taller than this, are they?
It's like you're too tall to be a gymnast.
5'2.5", that's it.
Dang.
5'3", you're done. Your
I was
toes
like
are gonna hit the
jockeys.
ground. Huh?
We're kind of like jockeys. Like we never exceed 5'4".
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like-
I asked a guy who knew
never
about it.
grew
Who
any
used to,
taller.
he wasn't
You-
a jockey,
you are
but he
gonna
knew
be
many
a
when he raced
jockey.
horses.
Yeah.
And I asked him, when does a jockey know he can be a jockey? I would not be a jockey. It's physically
course.
Yeah, it's just like
I'm
physically
sure a jockey
impossible.
And so I
knows when
asked
he's gonna
him,
be a jockey
I
after
said, you
puberty
know,
and he's
when
still
does a
5'3".
jockey know like
Or
he
when's
can
a
be it? He
person?
says around like right after he hits puberty, he's kind of certain he's not going to grow anymore. Like, huh?
Huh.
Like that's so strange though, because I know some people like 16. It took them like 2 years to grow. Like how does
Yeah.
that feel if you're a jockey your whole life and you grow 2 feet?
Yeah, and then you're like,
Well, my whole life plan is
Career's
out.
done.
well, my career's done. I'm
Unless
too
we can
tall
get
for
taller
that.
horses. Just kidding. That don't happen. Good luck.
Well, it's
You're
also
running
the
toilet papers.
the aerodynamics of it too. You just have to be tiny.
My weight thing.
Like,
I mean, technically, you just have to have the horse go forward.
I know somebody who's probably make a great jockey. Also, go eat at Miyako's Sushi Group. It's great.
Okay, who?
I'm not saying names on air.
Okay.
Well,
I'll tell you off camera.
since we were talking about weight, I'll go ahead. I don't know if it's just here in the South or if it's everywhere, but finish your plate was like a recurring thing at meals. Like if
Yeah.
you put it on your plate.
Children in Africa are
I
starving.
mean, that
You
was
gotta
here.
finish.
Yeah.
I told my grandmother to send it to them. Boy, she whooped the crap out of me.
And so, the average, like when my grandmother was living, this was the meal plan. Cube steak fried okra, mashed potatoes and butter,
Fried cube
green
steaks,
beans, fried squash, sweet tea, and pecan pie with ice cream on top afterwards. And that was on a good, now that's not every day, but that's like a solid
Like-
Sunday dinner,
Yeah.
twice a week, 3 times a week, depending. If it's 4th of July, it's hot dogs, hamburgers, french fries, Coca-Cola,
Yeah.
wazoo.
Yeah.
And so I had no problem fulfilling my obligation of finishing the plate because it all tasted really good. But then at the age of 6, I had a 6-pack. I look at myself at 6 years old, you should have never listened to them.
Why
But,
did you eat all the country fried steak?
Yeah. And so by the time I was 8, I looked like my uncle, but shorter. Big pot belly, and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, on up to 15 years
You're
old.
like,
I think
why
I was
is-
286 pounds, and I was no more than 6 feet tall. And
Like-
I changed my diet. I exercised a bit more just because of the job. I've never made a concerted effort really to exercise. It's just I'd rather chop wood or something, which is a double-fold workout. It's the
Yeah.
workout and you get firewood.
And you
I still
get
have a
some
wooden
wood.
stove. So, point is, I think culture here, maybe, I don't know how it is elsewhere, but culture has so much to do with what you eat.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is, like my grandfather, he's 84. He was born 1933. I'm pretty sure that man did not burn less than 3,000 calories a day until he got out of the army.
Yeah.
And so guess what? When you burn 3,500 calories a day, you kind of get to eat.
You get to
Whereas
eat
fried
all of
steak,
that.
mashed potatoes, and gravy.
Your body needs all this carbs.
He stayed. I asked him. I said, "How muscular were you when you were younger?" He said, "I couldn't count them. He couldn't count. From here to here to here. It was so lean. I've never seen a photo. He was that poor. That shows you. He did not have a photograph of him until his army graduation photo.
Wow.
But and now, no one's burning 3,000 calories a day unless you're making that concerted effort.
Yeah.
At which point you're probably wealthier than I am because I don't have the time to burn 3,000 calories.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't got that
I
time
have
to
to work.
work. I'm like, I work in an office. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I work in an office.
I would love to burn 3,000
Yeah.
calories a day. I would love to have a job.
I would
where
love to
can get out
do
and
that and then eat anything.
Oh yeah.
I'll be on the phone, y'all. So did we not talk about the death of Chris Cornell yet?
Not yet. I don't believe we did.
Who is she?
Who is she?
He is one of the masters or creators of the grunge movement in the 90s and still really
He's the lead singer of Soundgarden and Audio Slave.
like Black Hole Sun.
I never heard of
Sun.
him, but Memory Eternal.
Black Hole Sun.
Memory Eternal.
I think that's what they say.
That's so generic.
It's also like
Well, that's what they say in the Greek community.
That's
It's part of the memorial
Yeah.
service.
Did he win a Grammy? Didn't one of his bands win a Grammy?
I'm sure.
No, it was their first. I think one of their very first albums.
Soundgarden and Audio Slave.
Grandma Lana Ding Dong.
I need another beer.
I mean,
I'd like
earlier
one, but
today
I
I
need to cut my
confused
carbs.
Soundgarden for Savage Garden.
I love these cars.
Yeah.
That was about it. I was like,
Savage Garden is not
I feel like the jukebox version of Soundgarden.
Yeah.
I might sing that song tonight for karaoke.
Do it. Which one?
Savage Garden.
No, don't do that. Truly, madly, deeply? Is that
No,
it?
no,
Okay.
I Want You.
Oh, okay.
Spoon Man.
It was also the ending for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Diamond is Unbreakable.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventures is interesting.
It's bizarre.
Yeah, it is.
It's a good show. It's an even better manga.
I like it when they make fun of their own genre.
Yeah. It's always fun when they go there. Well,
What time is it?
probably time for me to eat some more food.
9:30.
So I guess we can call it good. We've been here for about an hour and 16 minutes. That seemed pretty effortless.
Yeah.
Had a nice argument about feminism and how
It was a discussion. I
Matthew
feel like we
Palmer
didn't really
Jones'
argue.
own internalized misogyny runs his life.
Like, I feel like we didn't really argue about it at all. I feel like we all
That's
just kind
because
of like
I kept
had
my mouth shut.
We kind of agreed, but we also made our points of what was happening.
on points about things.
It was
But I
definitely
think
a debate.
in
It was
general,
debate-worthy.
I think we pretty much agreed. Just we each had different types of points to make about it. Different
I mean,
things that we all thought were
it's
important to
it's
ourselves.
multifaceted and heavily nuanced. There's actually not even there's no one way of thought within those communities. Like, I was talking to a good friend who's also like a well-read feminist, and she was talking about there was like a dialectic within feminism where one woman says that all forms of heterosexual sex are rape.
What?
All forms. None of it's consensual. It's all rape, even if it's consensual.
There was a
What?
Swiss there was a Swiss woman
That's bullshit.
that was she was doing a street art kind of thing to explain consent. Did you see that? She wore like a mirror box over herself and like explained consent through like letting strangers touch her and fondle her.
Yeah.
It was just like the rule set was like it can't be longer than like 30 seconds at a time. You have to look me in the eye. We have to make a connection, kind of thing. It was like, but nobody was ever reprimanded because once you set forth those stipulations, like they respected it. But yeah, I bet the other feminists would have shit chicken.
Yeah.
If it's what I'm thinking of, there was like she cataloged a bunch of stuff, and I forgot what it was, but somebody made a point. it was a bad point. I'm gonna have to go back and check that out. But I remember that, and it was very interesting, the results and the findings that she made.
Yeah.
Some of that stuff, like, what bothers me the most was I was talking to a buddy of mine about, he's like, he's afraid to talk to girls because he's afraid that he'll get hit with, like, sexual harassment. And it's legitimate to an extent, because some people pull some fast ones. But personally, I've gotten away with a lot of things that I thought would have me in jail. And I hate to admit that in a public forum. And these are not prouder moments in some cases.
It's a learning experience.
Yeah, but for the most part, I think I'm pretty strong about consent when it comes to, like, my conduct with other people, especially the female sex. But, you know, how do you know when you're crossing the line and nobody's saying anything? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different if you, like, do something, you get smacked, or if you do something, she's like, hey, stop. But what about the cases when you're, like, doing what you think is normal, and then it doesn't come out till way later after the fact that, oh, he raped me.
Did you drop something in her drink? If so, that's rape.
Yeah, basically. not according to CeeLo Green. Oh my God.
Must have missed that.
So I mean, that's always the question.
Like, I don't know. Really just being mindful of how you say things as far as sexual harassment kind of thing
I
goes.
talk mad smack and I say things.
I'm sure.
Be blunt.
Oh, you know.
Like,
But I mean, like, I don't typically say things that aren't well received. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if I say something and then she's like, "Oh my God, you're such a pig," I'm gonna be like, "Cool, I'm a pig, but I won't say it again."
but I won't say it again.
But I've said some
Not to
things
you
that
anyway.
people are like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you said that." But the person I said it to was like, "That's funny. I think you're pretty cool." Like,
Fact.
okay.
It just depends on the person,
Yeah,
I think.
I think
Yeah,
that's just a big.
That's the whole problem.
That's just a big personality thing. Like, can those people take a joke? Can those people, like, depends on their sense of humor too. You kind of just have to feel people out, and sometimes you get it right, and sometimes you don't, and it backfires.
You gotta be
and it
careful
sucks.
when you're
It's
feeling
like,
people out. 'Cause that's a whole other topic altogether.
that is true.
Hands off the weenus.
She touched my weenus. I think we're in love. Well, I don't know, man. That's basically it for me.
Yeah,
So,
pretty
Yeah.
much.
we're here at the Growler House. Always come
Touching
through.
each other's weenuses.
It's a
we
weenus
might we'll
touching
touch your
orgy.
weenus if you ask us to.
Ooh, weenus me. Oh, baby. So, we're here at the Growler House. They got great beers. Come check them
Come
out.
on.
They got a lot of good food on their menu. I think
The
somebody
band
once
is done.
said that the food is better than most places that offer food. That are also,
They
like,
put their heart.
basically just
Food is
tap
quite
houses. Because I think we used to have a place called Hub City Tap House. Not to be confused. No, it wasn't called the Hub City. It was called Tap House. Do you remember that?
I thought.
Way back in the day, homie. Like, back in the early 2000s.
Okay, then I
Like,
don't.
2000 was 15 years ago. This is like 2002.
I was in elementary
2004.
school.
God. I think, for some reason, I still think it's 2015.
It's that time loop thing.
No.
The time loop
no.
thing.
15 years ago, I graduated from SMC. That's what it was.
15 years
In
ago, I
2002?
graduated
Yeah,
high school.
2002. So in
I was
so in 2002, yeah,
I
we had a
was
place
9.
called Tap House. That was the first bar that had like more than 3 or 4 beers on tap. They had like 20 or 30, maybe 40 or 50 different beers on tap, and that was their thing. Like what you get here or what you get at the Hub City Tap House, they were doing it like early. So it was like a concept, and it blew up, man. Now we got a bunch of bars downtown that serve all kinds of good stuff, like Main Street Pub, and I've mentioned Hub City Tap House and here at the Growler House. So go get your beer on. RJ Rockers is down there too. They always got some stuff on tap that changes. Let's see.
Delaney's.
Delaney.
They were
Yes.
the first. They were the first one that had. Oh, I know. I didn't say I recommend it, but they were the first. They were the first bar that had like a nice set of taps.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
I'll give them that. And they really
They tried.
revolutionized the nightlife in Spartanburg.
Yeah.
Bob from their $2 pint night.
Yeah.
So shout out to the ladies for that. Ain't a hater.
Yeah.
He's back
I
with
ain't
more
a player,
beer.
but you're still a hater.
Oh, what?
How many beers have you had now?
3. This is the 3rd.
He's drinking all the champagne.
I'm
the
drinking
beers.
all the carbs because I
beers.
can't let
So
those
let's
two
see.
have any.
I can't have.
So let me.
I had
Well,
a-
I had some.
Gosa.
I'm pretty sure that's all.
I had the
Everything.
Jack's
Hey,
cider.
cut the
Growler
carbs, drink
House.
liquor.
Actually,
yeah,
that's what
it was
Yeah.
what we've been doing.
It's like, I'm going to make a
Tequila
protein
has the-
shake.
No, then you're right.
Tequila has zero
Tequila?
carbs.
Tequila has the
Growler
lowest
House.
glycemic index of all
Go to Shakers.
liquors,
Shakers
Yeah.
at the end of the weekend always
cactus.
has some.
and then you know.
Delicious. So
Guys, I'm wrapping the show.
okay,
I'm
we're
sorry.
wrapping the show.
Oh.
Sorry.
It's
Wrapping.
fine.
We'll discuss liquor after the show.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Yes.
We'll talk when we finish.
I like Satan.
Go to Shakers. They got karaoke at the end of the week. A DJ from Wednesday on. Go to Main Street Pub on Tuesday for karaoke night and Wednesday for college night. Delaney's for $2 pint night on Thursday. No, on Wednesday. It used to be Thursday when I was drinking at first. So, all that said, you have a good night. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the flip. See you next Thursday.